good evening, everyone. Or good morning, or good day. I always forget that and think, oh, it's evening here. Yeah, well, we're all around the world, aren't we? So, wherever it is and that you are, and whatever time of day, I'm Sophia, and this is the Gamer 50 Plus channel. Welcome tonight, at my end anyway, tonight. I am exploring a game that is a simulation game for renovating properties. Now, there might be a bit of ambient sound here, so we'll go into this one here, and I actually want to do a new game. So I've only played a few moments just to refresh my memory, because I did play last night, and I wanted to just see if I could remember all the different, the controls and such. Starting a new game will lose your progress. Yeah, well, I've barely done anything, so let's go. Let's do it. Now, I do apologise for the later start tonight. I have been having some connection issues, some internet problems, and specifically some very, very big lag, latency up to 250. So it's just too much latency, and hopefully tonight I've had to restart the internet 4 times, and I hope. Looks like it's time to change providers, but I hope that I have a better connection for you tonight, that you can actually hear me and the stream stutter isn't as extreme. If you're there watching right now, please let me know if it's stuttery or not. I might have to restart if it's no good. Just how it goes. Okay, I can listen back a little, I think, maybe, don't know. I'm just going to get onto the chat so you can talk with me. Here we go. Okay, so I'm now watching chat. If you want to say hi, please do. There's no pressure in my chat. If you like to just watch, that's fine as well, because I understand that we all have different situations and we don't always feel like, like conversing. Not always. Sometimes you just want to be passive, and that is just fine. So you're most welcome in my chat to just watch. I don't like the stigmatic term, I don't like that term, lurking. I just don't like what it implies. That's not how I think of it. I think of it as not everybody feels like talking all the time. That is, and there's no issue. And the other thing is you might be watching from a different device. You might not have logged in and are still watching. That's fine too. I don't mind. Okay, so there's no extreme pressure there. Just some of my viewers do know, and if you're watching this back, so you do know in the future that I'm not going to be pressuring you to, to talk to me consistently and talk to everyone else in the chat and whatever. I love it if you want to say hi. I'm most open to conversations, and if I can answer any questions for you, I will most definitely give it a shot. So, all right. There's little birds tweeting away there, rather loud in my ear. Let me turn this down a tiny bit. There we go. I don't need to hear so much. Okay. You need to hear me, but I don't need to hear so much of this bird. Very high frequency. And my eardrum doesn't like it much. Okay. So you enter it, and this is where you start, all right? And you've got this pile blocking the door. And what we want to do is we would like to clear this pile. If you're on the Xbox and using the Xbox controller, you would hold down the left trigger. And then using your right toggle, you can move around this wheel, and gradually you get different tools coming up on this wheel to do different things, right? So at first you have a hand. So you just click on that, and then you use your, see how it says just below the garbage bag there, it says right trigger, press to dispose. So if you just hit it quickly, it'll disappear. Now, if it's an object that's not rubbish, you can hold the key and you'll be able to pick up the object, all right? So you'll see that in a moment. All right, let's just get rid of this stuff so we can get in to the place. It's time to check emails, right? And it's a terrible mess. So when you look down at things, they will highlight. I'll show you in the settings, right here. Right, I might just turn down that ambient sound. It's a little bit overpowering. Right in my ear. Oh, I'm gonna give myself tinnitus. It's screechy. Alright, let's just turn that down a little. So you want to hear some ambient sound, but not too much, right? I've turned the music off, so we don't have any issues there. And I might turn the master volume just down a bit. It's a little bit much. So I want to hear this, but not too much. Alright. So you get these controls here. Now, what's interesting is not only is it an extremely versatile game, where I think for now, while I'm trying to talk, let's turn this sound off because it's just driving me crazy. We can disable the sound. There we go. And that way I can just talk through, and hopefully my voice will be nice and clear. Actually, I might keep it off anyway for the first part of this, because it tends to be a bit stuttery for the first certain amount of minutes. So as I said, if you're there, please let me know that if you're having issues hearing me, because I might have to restart the stream, just depending on my connection. So I do appreciate it if you do let me know. Thank you. Okay, not compulsory, but helpful. Right, so okay, I'm in the chat watching, and if anyone is in there and wants to ask a question, please do. So I think this is a very versatile game. Let's go back here. So what you can do is, not only does it have a lot of language options, all right, there you go, it also has currency options, so that you can trade in your currency. So there's an Australian dollar there. I'm in Australia and it has the Australian dollar. So you find your currency there for selling. So it's very immersive in that way, that it relates to you. The game allows you to relate to it in a realistic sense. And you can have tips and information. I just leave that on. Gameplay, let's have a look. The mini map, yes. Now, it's not, I prefer the mini map down on the left, really. I don't really like my mini map up where it is. I won't move it because it's default. Now, the other thing that I really like, pardon me, is this. Display broken glass instead of cockroaches. And the reason is that when they have a cockroach infestation, like you might have a cockroach infestation and it is potentially, you might find 5 roaches. This is like 40 roaches. It's over the top. So I know there are situations where something like that does occur, but I really don't like it. It's just disgusting. And the other thing is, you don't get to do pest control. You only vacuum them up as if you would. There's no way you would attack it totally with, Mortine or Peebo or something, right? Or get the professionals in to come and do a professional job of pest control before you entered the property to do anything else. And so that I disagree with. So I am just going broken glass instead of roaches because I can't be bothered. I don't want to feel sick. I just ate dinner. So, so let's just turn that off. So you have the choice to do that. Now you can also check this out. This is really cool. You can be male, female, Santa, a cyborg, or another cyborg. I wonder if there are updates to other arms that you can select. you know, Maybe with a watch on or something. I don't know. There might be something. But yeah, I'm just female for this. Um, and you can change the time that you want. Like it shows my actual time. So when you see the time in this stream in the game, what it's showing is my time here where I am. So what is it? 8:30 in the evening at the moment. So if I look at my computer, it'll be around about that in the game, which is pretty cool. So it helps you to keep track of your own time in your own world, rather than being too absorbed in the game and not able to, and then you've lost an hour that you didn't want to lose or something, like by accident. Yeah, and it happens all the time, and it's enjoyable until you have to try and wake up the next day or something like that, right? So this game tries to help you to manage your own time in the real world as well, which I like. I think that is a particularly good feature that the game has, to keep you aware. Okay, so now you can change the highlight color to whatever you prefer. When I looked at those pieces of rubbish on the floor, there was a color around the object, right? So I can show you now. Let's go in there. That's cyan or cyan, whichever one you want to say. If we go back into the settings, back into the colors here, let's make it pink. And let's have a look. That's pink, apparently. Is that pink? Did it work? I'm not sure if it worked, but apparently that's pink. So there is, it's slightly pink here. I can just tell. So you can change the color around the object, which is helpful in order to see, because you do a lot of clearing up, right? You're constantly clearing stuff. So you've got magenta as well. Let's have a look. I haven't checked out magenta. Let's see what that looks like. That's not really showing. Oh, there you are. Look. That's it. There. See there. All right. So it's not showing on the rubbish. Let's get rid of it. Let's try the mat. So it shows on this mat on the floor. We can see that's that color. What's the other one? All right. So you have blue, which is blue. Pink. Let's have a look at what the pink is. Yeah, it is it looks white on my screen. It looks white. Oh, let's see what else is there. And what I prefer is this color here and that color. That's the color I prefer. But you can choose whatever you like, of course. So if we go to here, I've got that selected, so I can just come out of there. The assemble mode, what that relates to is when you do projects, or when you take jobs, you have to put items together. Like you have to, press, follow the instructions basically, and screw things in and connect things and push things into place and whatever. And I gather this becomes more complicated and tricky depending on your settings. So start on easy so you kind of get the hang of it, and then you can go from there. Okay. Graphics is again really customizable. I turned the brightness up a little bit because when it becomes nighttime, you do have a headlamp and you can turn lights on. However, it can cause a sense of motion sickness if you are, looking around with a headlamp, and everything around you is dark. Okay, that can cause something like that, some sort of motion sickness. So if you have an issue with that, it's also awkward. So if you have anything like that, then I suggest just whacking the brightness up a bit overall, and you'll find that you won't have that kind of problem because everything in the background will be a little bit brighter in the game. Field of view, that's where you're standing and what your vision is from that perspective. I'm just leaving it, that's default. Default is 60. But was there anything else there that I needed to touch upon? The control, there you are. So this is what you have for your Xbox controller. It gives you all of the different things that you can do. And of course, I'm reading this and I haven't even tried some of these things yet. But there you go. Sound, of course, customizable again. The music is sounds very arcade to me, but I think this is something you can play on your phone or on your tablet as well. So it's one of those take everywhere games as well. You don't have to be just sitting on a computer or sitting on the Xbox with a big screen. You can play it on a small screen and still, and still do well and still do fine. Okay, so that's everything I have to show you there. Now, when you come in here, it is pretty messy, but you only have a hand. All you have so far is a hand. So you can, if you want to, you can move objects around. So that you saw me holding down the right trigger. I'll just drop it. Now, if I hold it, see the little wheel going around? Right, so then you know you've picked the object up. Now you can't pick it up into the air. If you use your left and right bumpers, it turns around. Okay, so you can position the object. You can also use the D-pad to position. I'm not sure what the up and down does, but that is the right D-pad and that is the left D-pad. Goes the other way. So I prefer the bumpers, right, for that. So you can just position the mats somewhere. It doesn't really matter. Just give it a go. And to drop it, you just tap the right trigger, so it's not even straight. And it's easy enough to just straighten it. You can just briefly just fiddle it a little. That'll do. Doesn't matter. And we want to get rid of the rubbish. Okay. Everything that you do, once again, all of your actions will add up to some kind of points. All right, that will help you to get by in the game. So yeah, so there you are, and it's telling us now that we need to access this laptop on the table in order to get jobs, in order to make money, so that we can purchase a property and renovate that property. Okay, and that's what this game is all about. So let's go and have a look. So we have this message saying the ex-boyfriend stole the radiator from my house. And it gives you an explanation. So this person's come around and made a huge mess and taken the radiator. So oh, look at this. I know from the photos posted on Face Spam. that my ex-boyfriend broke into my house. There you go. So it's face spam on here. I ask you not to inform the police about the whole matter. I will settle it myself with my ex-boyfriend after returning from a business trip. Alrighty then. And when you accept the job, what happens is you are taken immediately to the location. Okay? So if we accept that, it'll now take us directly there. Okay? So I'm going to, in the meantime, once we land, I will put back the ambient, the game sound, so that you can hear, what it sounds like in the game itself. This is an image of the property that we're going to. So it gives you a precursor. Now, congratulations, you've unlocked a new tool. And now you'll be able to clean dirty stuff using the mop. Doesn't look like very good mop, so but it does work. Okay, so this is the house that we are going to be working in. And you just walk up and just hit A to open the door, and you can see it is a complete disaster. Now, the mop, right trigger, and you've got the hand, and if you move with while you're holding down the right trigger, you've got to hold it down, and you can move the right toggle, the left, did I say right trigger? Oh dear, left trigger, scratch that, left trigger, left. So the left trigger, move with the right toggle, okay, and you can choose, and so you just, yep, there we are. And if we want to go back to the hand, you just do that, and we should be able to, it's not going to let me do it now. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm just going to pick up all this stuff before we attempt to clean anything. Okay, we're going to pick up the chair and move it. And pick up the other chair and move that out of the way. And just get rid of that. We've got some drink cans. Move the table out of the way. Let's just clear this business. Okay. Now, all you have to do is select to pick it up, and it will actually, there you go. Where your cursor is sometimes a bit fiddly, but it does place the object. So we're just going to go around getting rid of all of these items. Okay, let me just turn on the game sound for you. Okay. So it's not particularly loud, but you should be able to hear that. Now we're going to get rid of these. And be very careful, because you don't want to get rid of the cupboards, for instance. Okay, now if you don't understand what you're meant to do, you simply select the little menu button, the tiny menu button on your Xbox controller. It will come up with this left and right bumpers, okay, or buttons, left and right bumpers. Okay, so these are your skills, all right, perks. It's called perks, but these are your skills essentially. You can take photographs. All you have to do is get your cursor onto the camera there and click, and it will make a photograph. Oh, there you are. Photos from the camera. Take a photo. Add a photo. You can add from, if you're on computer, you can add a photograph if you want. And that's so you can make paintings and things for the walls. The store, where you purchase all of your stuff. Okay, so you've got all sorts of things here, and you will get used to where everything is. slowly. But one of the easiest ways to do this is to come into the tasks area. Now, it's going to tell you as you go into each room, it will tell you what needs to be done in that room. All right. So we've got remove the trash. Yes, 100%. Have a look over there. 100%. Done. Clean the dirt. We haven't done it yet. Mount devices. We haven't done that yet either. And when we go to purchase one, all we have to do is click on this icon. So you go to tasks and click on the icon and it opens up and you can choose whatever suits what you're doing. You only need to put a large radiator in if it specifically requests it or if it's a very large area. Okay. Now, everything that you do will cost money or earn you money or cost money. All right. So do be aware of that. Now we've got things at the back here as well, and we can tidy up the room if we want. All right. So we're going to have to get in here because straight ahead of me, just there, is where we need to put the radiator. All right. So let's just move that along just a bit. You can get it to rotate slightly. Right, okay. Let's get our broom. Okay, so round to the broom. Mop. Looks like a broom to me. Okay. Sometimes you have to be exactly on top of and looking right down at it. There. To just give this a clean anyway. I don't think there's any dirt there, but that is dirt. It's considered to be dirt, what we just looked at there. And of course all this slop on the floor is dirt. All right. I'm going to clean this up. And you can put your own touch on this if you want. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from putting fresh flowers in there that you purchase from the store, or anything that you want to do. You know, that's up to you, okay? Because it is an additional expense. So what you will need to do is, there we go. Okay, so I have earned a point and I can improve. I'll just finish this, but I can select something to improve now. Let's have a look once I'm done. So on the right of the screen, you'll see the circle. That is the mini map, and the red is where things need to be attended to. All right, or the black, like it'll show you like dirt and objects and whatever. So anything that needs to be done is there. If you look underneath, it will tell you, give you a list of things that you need to do. Okay. Now we are going to have to move this lounge. It's just a little bit awkward, I reckon. So I like to just get that out of the way. And okay. So this is the point at which in the tutorial, which is just part of the game when you start playing, that it'll tell you how to access your tablet. Okay. So there it is. And I can go across to perks, and you'll see I have one skill here in cleaning. So you get skill points. Like I can't use that point in anything else. I can only use that particular point that I earned in the section that I earned it in. There's too many ins there. In. But I can only use this point within that particular group of skills, right? So you'll get them depending on what job you're doing. You'll get points in those areas that relate. Okay, so I can see some dirt on the mini map, so it'll show me where I've missed the dirt. I can get faster at cleaning. I can get a better mop that has more range. At this stage, I think I want to just get a bit faster at it. So I'm going to take that. And you don't have to click any any affirm for that. You just keep going. It also auto saves, so you do not have to manually save the game. It's an auto save system. What I'm looking for now is a radiator, which will cost me $44.60. Now, I have mine in US currency, so US dollars, but you can have it in whatever currency you want. You can select that from the settings. And you just buy it, and there it is. It immediately appears. So you can position it, you just move within a certain range, okay? So I want it to be kind of sitting nicely under that window. That's fine. Just hit the right trigger and it is there, and you'll see how it says assemble in that little box. So I have to press A and it does this. I have my cursor, this thing, and I want to move it and just either hold down the A button or use the right trigger. You have an option on the Xbox controller. You can do either. Okay, and you probably have an option on PC as well, and PlayStation, so and phone. So you have a variety of ways to do these things, and that's it done. And you'll see it's been ticked off. It says now that I have completed this, but there's no way that I'm leaving the room in this state, okay? Because, just no. I wouldn't be happy if somebody did that to me, so I am not doing that. I'm going to tidy the room up a bit. So let's just put that there, move the lounge back a little bit from the radiator. We don't want to set a house fire. Let's put this over here. It's a little bit squishy, I think. I might have to just move the TV stand across a bit. Let's put that about there and move this. Okay. Maybe about there. That looks okay. So I can fit a chair. Okay. So with the TV. And just picking up with the... So that little dot there that you can see at the base of the TV, that little white dot, that is like your target, your crosshair sort of thing. So, alright, there we go. So it needs to actually be on top of the object, or if you're placing on top of a surface. About there. That's, whoops. Right triggers. There we go. So that's that. Is that straight? Yeah, it's straight. Okay. This looks a bit wonky. Right, so we're going to put some chairs around. Put this chair here and just spin it around. There we go. One. Now there's more rooms to do here, I think. Each room has to be done, so we're not finished yet. It does say finished job, but it's not actually finished. We've got the whole thing to do. So if you finish the job, you will get paid less. So you can finish earlier if you want to, and if you don't feel like having to go around and do the rest of whatever it is you're trying to do. But you get paid less for the lack of effort. How's that? Paid less for a lack of effort. Okay, let's move this along there, and I might have to move the table just a bit. Will it reposition? Okay, there we are. So you can get good at placing objects. It just gives you a bit of practice, as does your house, your office, studio thing. It's not really a house, and it's not really an office. It has potential. That's all I'll say. But I'm not sure if we can expand on that. It needs to be extended. It's a bit small. So, okay, we can close the door. And you can actually place these. See, you can turn the lights on. And we can place a candle. I think it's really nice to put a little candle on the table. Put the candle there. move it just a tiny bit. Let's not set the house on fire. Nope, it wants to go there. I can go there. That'll do. It's okay. Ah, look at that. And this is going to move. I just put it there temporarily, so that can go by the telly. Oh, come on now. Yeah, it is a little fiddly. Ah, it didn't want to stay. There we go. Yeah, sometimes the objects don't like to place. You have to kind of just fiddle a tiny bit. Move that along. Move the little candle. Since everything got messed up, so and I might move this up here because it looks nice. If it'll let me place it. Yeah, it's red around, so it doesn't want to place there. Where can I put it? Let's put it up here. This might be if it'll put up there. There we go. It'll place there. Okay. That looks fine. Good. Now, next. So we're done with that one. There was nothing else to do in there. So when we walk into this room, note the top right where it tells you the bedroom, where you are and what your duties are in that room. So, okay. So we want to get rid of all of these. And it's absolutely filthy. You can reposition objects if you like. I usually move the chair and the dresser further away from the heater because it's just not, it's not safe. Come on. So, put that there. And all we need to do is clean. Clean the dirt. And you'll see how much faster that is now than it was before. And that's it. It's told me that I have done the job, and not only have I done the job, I've made the house, the room look nice too. So, we are cleaning in the bathroom, clean the dirt. That's all we've got to do. But I'm going to reposition that object because, there we go. It looks dirty there, but there's nothing. Okay, so this thing here, I want to go back to my hand and grab it and then place, I can place it here or I can place it, I think it fits just inside. It looks like it's come from the bedroom actually. Maybe it can place just behind the door. Let's see. It actually looks like it belongs in another room. Anyway. It was there, so let's just leave it there. Okay, well that's done. That says it's done. No problem. So what else have we got? Nope, that's the back door. I think we've finished. And to complete the job, you will click on the right, the RS button, which is the right toggle. So just press down, and it will come up with this little message. It tells you how much you've earned, how much you have completed of the job. So I've done 100%. But if you haven't quite finished, it's going to tell you when you do this. So this is your option to go back and complete it because you earn more money for a completed job, clearly, There is an option to improve how much money you earn, but you still want to earn as much as possible so that you can have more money to put towards buying and renovating properties. So we're going to complete that now, and it will send us back to our wee hut where we will look for another job. And now we have a broom. We'll do some cleaning. I keep thinking it's a broom. It's actually a mop, right? It's a mop. Okay. Right, so I'll just hop back into the chat there. Right. So yeah, this is not a game I knew a lot about. So this is kind of new to me as well. I don't generally play the simulation games. So this is for me a relatively new experience. I've tried some little. It wasn't a farming game. It was kind of a community building game. It was not a little bit like a Minecraft thing, a bit like that, a bit like that. It was um, that kind of style visually. That's it. Probably I don't know closest to this kind of simulation game that that I've ever tried, but I haven't really tried this before. So this is quite new to me. And okay, let's discuss what the benefits are of this. It's non-combat, firstly. Okay, so it is just a creative and almost therapeutic endeavor, I suppose you could say, because cleaning's therapeutic. You get rid of mess, and it has a psychological effect too. You kind of, as you do that, you can, be psychologically cleaning up the mess in your own head, and it takes your mind, and in a sense of even inadvertently, by just taking your mind off things. And some other games will do that, but not in such a passive way. This is a really passive game, and you do need to think and be somewhat strategic. You do need to think about, money, and you need to think about other aspects of the game that it requires you to focus upon. However, it is a more of a creative endeavour to, go and replace, say, this and the bed and the whatever, and you create your own designs in your own style out of the objects that this game provides. And it provides some realistic objects. It's quite amazing, yeah, I'm really impressed with this game. For the download size, I've got to say, it plays really well, and I haven't had any glitches. It plays beautifully, and it's very enjoyable. I just cannot, I can't see anything that I dislike yet, except that the only thing I noticed is after I'd played for a while, I started to get a backlog of email requests, and a few too many, really. I think that it wasn't manageable, and I couldn't hire a contractor at this stage. So I think that is the only aspect that you have to kind of keep on top of it while you're playing. But it's one of those games you can just turn it on and off at will. So it's not real time. You you're playing as long as you're playing. When you turn it off, you can go to bed, and you can come back the following afternoon after work, and or sitting on the bus playing it on your phone, and it'll all be the same. It won't have changed. So when you go back in, you go back in where you left off. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's not a real time play. This is not going to clean up. I need to just replace that. So there we go. So we've just cleaned up a bit. I think this is, that's really messy, isn't it? And okay, to clean plates, you just go over the top of them with a mop, which is kind of amusing, but it works. If it works, I'll do it. It's a game. So anyway, this doesn't come off. This mess on the wall, you do just need to paint, right? I can try, but no, it doesn't come off. It's just there. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so let's go back to the hand. And I am going to take this poster, and I'm going to place it there. And I'm going to remove this and put it over here for now. Don't want to have to spend too much time or too much money doing up this place initially, because the money that you make, you want to be spending on renovation projects, because you'll have plenty of money down the track to spend, right, and renovate this place and whatever you want to do. Okay, so that'll do. Just want it to look, a little bit nicer. And these things, okay, you can place on the windowsill. They will place there. There you go. And there's a spoon there too. You can only just see it. But for now, you can just pop those there. That's fine. I don't know if you can put the spoon on the plate though. Can you? Yes, I can even place the spoon on the plate. Yeah, this is a really rickety situation, isn't it? Okay. Don't want that sitting next to me while I'm trying to work, right? So let's just turn that around. Slightly that way. There we go. And you can, in fact, move this as well onto the windowsill, just to get things out of the way initially, or you can just destroy it. Well, it's up to you what you want to do. It's your space. So this is where your creativity can come into play. That you can spend some time doing up this little place and get some practice with how to do different things. Okay, because trying to place tiles or paint or put together different objects or different electronics and so on, it can you might want to kind of get some practice with that if you find you're not very good at it. So this is a perfect place to do it. This is your own little place that you can create things and pull them back down again, and there is no consequence other than the money that you spend and the time that you spend on it. Alright, that is the only consequence to that. So we can probably put that up on the windowsill. You can just go there. Definitely want tools, given that it's a whole renovation thing going on here. We don't want to get rid of our tools or sell our tools. We need them. Alright. Well, I think so. But, you might think differently. Anyway, that will do. And there's one more thing. An axe. I don't know if that's for personal safety, but, I might leave it there just in case. Alright. So there's quite a few DLCs for this game as well. And one of them is the Apocalypse DLC. So if you do like post-apocalyptic games and worlds, as I do, the dystopian worlds, then you may like to look into the DLC, the Apocalypse DLC for this game. Okay, so you get to deck out bunkers and stuff like that. There's quite a few different things, little add-ons, nice little furniture packs or whatever it is you can find. So, yeah. Alright. So we want to go and get another job. We can clean a garage, or we can go and replace some of these radiators. I think we need to go and make some money. So let's do that. Throw away the trash and old tires. Please don't forget to clean the window. It's better not to touch the tools though, as my husband doesn't like it when someone moves them and he can't find them after. So okay, we'll leave the tools alone and we'll be careful not to accidentally delete any. That's basically what that's about. Okay, so you've got to clean without and remove things without deleting the tools. See, there's a box there on the table. So this is your precursor to the room you're going into to clean, or the place. And if you look at where the tools are, there's a box. So you know immediately, okay, you need to be very careful when removing that item, that you don't actually accidentally select one of the tools and remove that. Unless you're Glock 9, of course, and Glock just decides to put the car on the lawn and put the tools all around the place and hide one around the corner. Because Glock is Glock, right? So, but no, I'm kind of look. He's fussy. That's okay. That's his thing. The tools are his thing. He's fussy. Okay, I won't mess with it. Okay, right. So, the old tyres. We can get started on that straight away. And let's get rid of these boxes and trash. So it's as simple as this. You just, initially, you are not essentially doing a renovation project other than the place that you are inside of in the first few jobs. You do get a job to paint and knock out walls coming up soon, and that's more of a renovation. Otherwise, it's more a case of cleaning and just placing things or not, you know. um, so that's pretty much what you're dealing with initially. So we can get rid of these things. That's just rubbish. I believe that's just a bag of rubbish. So we can get rid of that. Dispose. If it says press to dispose, there you go. So we're going to get rid of that. All this is just a mess. And as you can see, those tools, you don't want to accidentally click that. So this is hold to pick up. Don't touch it. It's got tools or whatever in it, you know. We don't want to upset them. We do want the maximum amount of money for this job, right? So that's the deal. Press to dispose. Do we want to dispose those? No, pick up. Hold to pick up. If it says that, then you don't want to get rid of it. Okay, you want to hang on to it because you either are going to on-sell it, which is a feature that comes up soon, or you're going to just leave it be. So we don't want to get rid of the bikes. The bicycles are going to... Wait a second. Why didn't that pick up? There we go. We can just put the bicycles over here. That's fine. Yep. All right. There we go. Just one place. A bit further over. Oh. There we go. Full place there. That bothers me. It's not tidy. Okay, maybe. There we go. That's better. Not perfect, but it's better. Okay. Just clean, clean, clean. And we got a point. Alright, so we do want to clean the tyre marks as well. So let's go and start cleaning. Right. Sometimes you have to kind of tilt down and just look directly at the object in order to clean that section. Otherwise you're just swiping at it and nothing happens. Okay, getting there. So it's almost, you know, therapy. It's rather zen, I guess, when you're doing this. It's cleaning without having to clean. How about that? There's a certain amount of zen to cleaning. To getting rid of mess and clutter. Okay. Starting to clean look better, isn't it? I think I've got a few boxes. Yeah, I've got to get rid of those boxes too. Alright, so that's that. Clear this. And now if I look at to the right, I've got 83% on remove trash and I've got to clean the windows, so don't forget to do that. So let's do remove the trash. Let's get rid of the rest of this. That's up there. And just be a little careful because some of these things we don't want to get rid of. And that one. And we've got, is that got to be cleaned? No, that's fine. Okay, so now we clean the window. We just walk up to it and it'll say hit the A button for clean the window. And you get this little tool. You can kind of start at a corner. You need to hold down the right trigger and move the object with the left toggle. Okay? And it's a little bit awkward. I'm not very good at it. Mine goes all over the place like this. It's kind of crazy. I'm not very good at driving this thing yet. I think the thing is just not to go too fast. You've got to kind of be a little patient. There we go. And it'll tell you it's done. So you don't have to do anything. You have, I think, that's it. Everything's done. I can now just complete the job. So let's close the garage. I just don't want to leave that open for people to steal items from. Alright, we want to be professional in our job, right? So, okay. There you go. So you can complete it for $476. That's a cleaning job. A little bit more cash. Okay. Red walls are his favourite. Oh, okay, that's what I've got. That reminds me. I need to go through with you. Yeah, just read this that's come up on the screen for a moment. Just read through that. Okay, because that's one of the nice little things about this game as well. So it's got a lot of customizable options, which is something I really like. Okay, so let's close it. Now, when you go into your computer, okay, so yes, it's actually 9:17 here, so it gives you the date and the time, okay? Yeah, that's right. It is 9:17. There you go. So, okay, if you go to browser, you have all of this here. And that is houses that are for sale that you can buy. And remember, you're going to need the budget to do up the house. So even though you have 30, what is it? I've got 31, okay. And even though I have that, if I could buy a property, it's not a good idea because I don't have the funds to do it up. So you keep doing jobs, all right? You keep doing jobs until you've built up, and the jobs start to pay more depending on what they are. So now this is your property, and that's the valuation on your property there, okay? So this is the first property you get, which is your little office. And if you sell any of your properties that you have renovated, they will show up in this screen. All right, so we can go back and let's see what we've got. See, now we've got 3 jobs suddenly. So I just finished that, and now I've got 3 jobs sitting there going, "Get me now. Attend to me." Winter is coming. The winters are hard, and there are no radiators in my house. Mount them. Pretty please. Please. Please, pretty please. Okay. We shall do your job. We earn some money because we have to purchase the radiators. That's something to keep in mind, that every time you do a job, you are expending money as well as earning money. So it's not really worth going crazy buying a heap of stuff for somebody's house if it's not part of what they originally want you to do. So it's nice of you to do it, but it's just cutting into your profit. So you've got to think about your profit margin a little bit at the start, and try to maximize, but still also do a nice job. You want to get the best amount of money. the highest amount of money you possibly can for the job. And also, I mean, you want these people to like you because then they're going to trust you and I suppose purchase properties from you or get more work from you in the future. So give you more work in the future, I should say. So what does it want us to do? See where there's a red icon on my mini map up to the right, top right of the screen? There's like a tiny red area. If I follow that, I go in here, I'll watch the cursor, right there. I can even just look at the mini map and I'll be right in front of it. So what I have to do is purchase using my little computer. I need to go and purchase what it tells me. So just click on this device here and then buy it and make sure it's placed, you know, reasonably well. You want to do a decent job, right? Looks okay. It's not terrible. Wasn't exactly straight, but oh well. Never mind. And so what you're going to do is just, yeah, as it highlights, you put your cursor on it, and either using the right trigger on the Xbox controller or using the pressing down the A button, you will complete that particular motion or that particular task. And this is simple. It gets more complicated. There's a whole lot of other stuff that you have to do, that, you know, plumbing and all kinds of things, and it does get quite complex. Apparently, you can turn up the complexity if you want to as well. You know, I'm not a handyman, so that's enough for me, right? So, but if you're familiar with all this kind of stuff, you might want to do this on a harder mode. That's up to you. Okay, so in here I can see, yes, there's a little red icon, which means they want something here. Let's see, we're in the office. What do they want in the office? They want this device. The highlighted one is this, and I can just purchase and place. I might place it just a little bit of distance. That looks about right, so there. And also, if you want to crouch down, you just hold down the B button on the Xbox controller and you'll crouch down and just tap it again to stand up. Okay. Little birds tweeting away. Now there is music in this game too, so I'm not able to have that on while I'm streaming live on Twitch because of, you know, the certain situation with copyright and what have we, but you certainly can. Now, you just check that it says that you've completed the task. Okay, so there's nothing else to do here. It's ticked it off, so I can go into the next room that requires some attention. So the next place that I see a red icon, it seems to be something here. And okay, so they want something else in this place. So what do we want here? We want a I've got to unscrew this thing and this thing and this. Alright, and now it wants us to buy a sink. We can go into the shop, or I think the easiest way is actually to go from the task menu. So you just left and right bumper across to different things. So you could just go, okay, we want to mount a device. You can see it's a bit small on the screen, but that's actually a sink and a towel radiator. So we've got to put those in the bathroom. So let's get the sink. Now, the one that they asked us for is this one here. So you can, for your own places, or if you are renovating, doing interior design in someone's place that's requested, you can change colours and whatever. So, but just a plain sink is fine for this particular job. And you just want to place that nicely. So it looks like it's down a bit low, but anyway, I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm just going to place it there. I think that's, you don't want it too close to the wall. Okay, let's assemble. Alright, so this is different, right? So again, just using the right trigger or the A button. And now it looks a bit confusing, but it's actually, you'll notice that the highlight is around the ceramic itself. So you just want to hold down, and it's got a little circle, so you just want to hold down the trigger or hold the A button until the action completes. Don't let go until it completes. Alright, so if I do, that's what happens, it stops. So you want to make sure you finish it. There you go. Alright. Yep. Alright. Yeah, I'm learning about plumbing. Sort of. Alright, so I'm going to pop that there. This one goes on top. I don't think that's exactly how it happens, but anyway, it happens like that in this game. And it'll do, because it, it means I complete the task. So I'll do it. Okay. And there you go. The sink is placed, and I need to attend to this. If you look at the mini map, you'll see there's a tiny red dot. Okay, so if you don't know what it is you're meant to do, you can always just look and just aim for it by using the mini map. Walk towards it and then have a look, and you'll see what it is. So I need to buy a thing called a towel radiator, and I don't even have to know what that is. I just click this and it tells me mountable towel radiator, that thing there. All I have to do is buy it and place it there. Alright, so that looks fine. We want to assemble, and then, so it's actually a very peaceful kind of game. It wouldn't be peaceful if you were trying to do this in real life, I'm sure. All kinds of frustrations. However, as a game, it's, yeah, I find it kind of enjoyable actually. I rather like it. Not that I know anything about plumbing. But yeah, you know, the game doesn't require you to. There you go. And we're done. If you don't know whether you've finished completely, just go into this task menu, and it will show you exactly like what floor it is, how many floors, and what you need to attend to, which rooms you have to attend to, and what tasks in those rooms. So this is where you find that information if you don't know whether you've finished or not. Now it says I can complete the job. I think I'm completely done. I don't think there's anything else. It said I was finished. So I can leave the property. Oh, get stuck in the door. Okay, and that's that. I'm done. And I'm going to earn $813 for that game, for that particular job. Okay. So you have this picture as a reminder of what the office looked like. It's a bedroom office, really, isn't it? So, like a one-person apartment. So that's what it looked like originally. Okay, so we've only got these tools. We need to open up some tools, right? So I want to paint this place. It doesn't look very nice, and I'd like to replace this old door and I want to do stuff. So let's keep going. You can sleep if you think your character is tired. You can get a little sleep. Just do that. This is all that happens. Okay. You can go back to. There's a baby on the way, and this one here has amaranth walls. So that's a painting job, and this one here is quite a large. There's a fair bit to do, right? You've got to like do up an entire room and all sorts. So you've got to purchase items to do up their baby rooms. So anyway, their nursery. So let's do. I'm not going to accept the one just yet. I want to get painting opened up. So I'm going to do this one first. So I think a game like this enables, once you've got to a point where you're through all these initial jobs, because these initial jobs teach you how to do different things that you'll need to do down the line in order to renovate homes. So therefore, it's worth, doing them. There's no point skipping them. Do them and learn, and then it's so much more fun down the line. You know what to do, and it becomes faster. Plus, you earn points, which help you to speed up your process. Okay. Sorry, I'm just resetting my mic here. Just a moment. Alright, okay, so if you've only just joined me, I'm Sophia, and you are watching the Game at 50 Plus channel, of course. And tonight is about exploring games and discussing what they are and which ways we can play them and how we can use them in our lives. And so this game is a really good game for some relaxation downtime and just creative enjoyment. Okay, now we have in this particular home, in the corridor, it says I have to repair something. It says the electrical outlet. I can see it is behind me, so I'm going to turn around and I'm going to crouch. There we go. And then I can assemble. Oh, there we go. Take that off. And I'm not choosing this, the game automatically chooses. All you have to do is go over to the object with your cursor and use either the A button or the right trigger. If you've only just joined me. Now this is a little bit, I wasn't sure about this when I saw someone do it the first time. You'll see that there is a highlighted end to one of the wires. So you don't have to know which one goes where. All you do is put your cursor over the highlighted end and it automatically goes there. Alright? And then you have to just make sure that happens. Okay. And the last one. So this is part of what you do. This is learning to put PowerPoints in, which you can, of course, as I said before, you can purchase things and try them out in your office. That's the whole idea, I think, of the office, that it allows you to learn and to try things out. Okay. So that's that room. Let's just see what we have in here. Anything? Nothing in here? Okay. I can in fact just have a look. Living room with kitchenette. So the only other thing I've got to do, the corridor I've done. So I just need to do the living room with kitchenette. So this room here, I believe. And she wants us to paint with the colour Amaranth Adventure and also grey. So we have to repair something. An electrical outlet. That seems to be... Is it over here? Where is it? Here maybe? I'm not sure. Hold to pick up. Is that it? I think that's what we have to do. There we go, we have to assemble this. This was requiring repairs. So sometimes you'll need to move an object, as you just saw me do, and then replace it after. Alright. And this again. So you get used to the process after a while. With the controller it is a little awkward. It's not as easy as with a mouse, of course, to move from one thing to the other, but it is a little bit kind of slow. But as long as you're somewhere within that circle, it's okay. So you can be on the edge through that and it still works. So as long as you're kind of somewhere within the little target circle, then it'll do what it's supposed to do. Done. So we can put this back. Yeah, let's pop that back in there. Hopefully it will. Doesn't want to go now. Maybe this way. Thought I had it then. So yeah, it can be a tiny bit fiddly. Doesn't want to sit back where it's supposed to. I wonder if I look down on it, it might fix the problem. So if I do that, it's not quite right. Looks like I'll have to reposition the stove or something. That's what I... Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit fiddly, isn't it? Huh? There you go. Oh, that was it. That was it, I think. Was it? Did I get it? Yep, it won't stay though. It just keeps jumping. I think I got it. No, I didn't. Alright, that's it. I'm moving the cooker. Right, let's get this in the corner and then the cooker will hopefully go in. That's still sticking out? Yeah, it does not want to... Must be to do with that PowerPoint there. Now that it's been fixed, the PowerPoint, this object does not want to return. Oh. That looks okay. Now let's see if we can get the cooker back in. Okay. Yeah. Not perfect, but my other option, of course, is to attempt to just slightly adjust and move the object. That's increments, isn't it? No, it's that PowerPoint. It's not going to place now. Now, the other thing is we want Amaranth and Amaranth Adventure and grey paint. So let's go. All you have to do, they've already got the colours ready for you to go. So you just press on it and it will bring it up here. Now we want quite a lot of it, so I am actually going to go for a large container, so it'll cost me that much. And to place it, just right trigger, and then if you want another one, remember you're also paying the same price again. So I just want one for now, and well, let's get the grey. So they want a combination of these. So will I get, no, I think I'll just get the medium. And let's get a medium container of grey. And that'll do for now. You can always buy a small one if you need a top up. Now, what we've achieved here is that we've opened up a new tool. Alright, so now you'll see we've got a few. Not only can we sell objects, which means if we've got a bit of paint left, we can sell it. We now have our roller. Okay, to use the roller, just click on it and it'll come up like this. And then hold the right trigger and you will load your roller. See how it's pink? So I'm going to make, let me see, which wool do I want? Which colour? Might do something different this time. I might make those grey and these pink. Why not? And you just hold it. And if you don't do enough, it'll be lighter. The colour will be different. I can use my little headlamp, which is the Y button. So see how that's a different colour? So it's twice. I can just roll over it. You need to make sure it goes twice, so you do a... And when it runs out, you simply put your cursor on there and hold the right trigger. Simple. Sometimes it can, if it just slightly goes back up, it's done. Like so. Yep, that's a pale pink. Now you can do what you like, you can be creative, but you know, they just said that they would like those colours, so it's up to you which way around you do them. I rather like the drama of the pink on this wall. Yep. Now you don't have to move objects unless you actually cannot select the panel. As long as you can select the panel, it will be done, which is magic. Otherwise you would be there all day moving objects, but no, because it's a game, you can just do that, which is really cool. If you can't reach something, yeah, you can get a ladder. That's right. I don't need a ladder. I just need to highlight it properly. Like so. Like that. There you go. That wall is done. And I might do this wall. There we go. If you wanted to do stripes, you could do stripes. I've seen some people doing stripes. That's possible too, like that. You can, of course, you know, make it a kind of a very crazy looking experience. So we've got all these points. Oh, look at all my points. Wow. Okay, well, let's start at the start. I can get a good mop. Yay! I'm happy to upgrade my mop to a good mop. And what have I got here? Painting. Painting is, I'd like to go faster. Again, I'm just going to start with that. Handyman, fitter, faster mounting, faster plastering, or tiles. So I think I better just do this faster mounting because we've got a fair few jobs coming up with that. And I've got one more. So plastering, no. Tiling, hold up to 3 tiles or panels at once and lay that. Yeah, I think I'll go for that because we will have something coming up soonish. Negotiation. I know. This is where you can do 10% extra payment for the job, higher payment. All right, now you can start generating a little bit more money for the amount of effort that you put in. Okay. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. Now, it does tell you how much percentage of the room you have painted, alright? Yep, it's empty. Fill it up. Now, I've got a large can of this, so if I don't like the grey somewhere, I can actually put this one in. But I am going to do grey inside the window frames, just because. Because, well, why not? But it's a little bit fussy doing this. Gotta kind of get it just right. There you go. I mean, it would look nice the other way too, though. I mean, you could do, for instance, this whole room in the darker grey and use the, you know, the pink for the inside of the window frames and such. It's up to you what you do, really. That's they don't give you specific instructions, just the colours. So you get to be an interior designer on this one. Okay. So there's a lot of doing this sort of stuff. Like I said, it's a plastic game that you can even play on your phone or your tablet. You don't even have to have the sound on. Right? It's optional because there's nothing you actually have to hear. You can, you know, once you've done the job, you just go back and access your computer and do things from there. So, you know. Oh, whoops, wrong bit. That's alright, I'm going over that anyway. So it's a little bit. There we go. That's it. Like I said, it's a little bit fussy doing this. Got alarms going off outside. The loonies are on the loose. Some sort of scoundrels out there, I reckon, causing issues. Right. There we go. So the idea is I have actually finished that wall, haven't I? There we go. So let's get this going. And what I'm going to do, I'll do this one first since I messed it up. There we go. This is what I want to do. There you go. Alright. I'm not sure if I can do the panel here. I don't think that... no, I probably can't do that panel. That's alright. I might have to get a ladder to do that little panel. So anything you need you can actually purchase from the shop. But just keep in mind that you do need to have the skill in order to use it. So, you know, if you want to like install something that, if it's something you don't have the skill for, you might not be able to. I'm not sure exactly, but the deal is there. That looks interesting. It looks very arty. Like, I'm kind of digging it. It's something different. You know, not the good old, at least it's not boring, right? Okay, now let's see how this is going to look against the cabinet. We'll just start there. Yeah, the cabinet's going to really stand out against this. I think that's look nice. And you don't have to like do the entire wall one colour if you don't want to. Like I said, you know, it's really up to you what you do. So we're going through that pretty quickly actually at the moment, and there is a perk to reduce how quickly you go through your paint. So when you get another skill point in paint, you want to start putting it towards not only making it faster, but using less paint and getting more mileage for your dollar. Okay. That looks okay. And now we've got to do the kitchen. And I have an idea for the kitchen actually. This is a little awkward, the one up in the corner there. I'll try to get that one over with first. What did I end up with? Oh dear. It's loaded with pink. I don't want to load with pink. Alright. Okay. There we go. So I might just need a small pot to complete this. Oh, whoops. That's happened again. What, is it me? I'm pretty sure I was actually facing that. Okay, I'll just have to... Might have a bit of delay. Yeah, it's blinking. Okay. There might be some stream stutter at this point. So what I'm going to do is just turn the microphone off just for a moment and keep going with this until it settles. Okay, that looks like it's settling down a bit. So hopefully the stream stutter has slowed, or the audio stutter. The game seems to keep going okay. It's the audio stutter that's an issue with this particular connection. Right. The alarms are still going off out there, so I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully nothing too dramatic. Getting stuck in the paint bucket. Leave little footprints all around the place. Alright, so almost done. Now that's saying done, but I'm not done. I have more to do. what I want to do is a kind of crazy idea, which is this. A feature window. There we go. So it goes around the opposite way to that one. I wouldn't have chosen that particular shade of grey, but anyway. If you don't like it, it's no issue. You know what? If you still have paint, even though it says you're done, you can keep going. I mean, you know, you can do like a stripe down the wall or anything. I can even do this entire window just in this colour if I want to. I can do stripes from here across here like this, which is, I think it's going to look pretty good, so I'm going to do it. I just think it's unique. And I'm having fun. So if you're having fun, well, you know. Hopefully they'll like my design. There we go. And actually, you know, now I'm looking at it. Oh, pity I can't continue with that idea. But, yeah. You get 1, 2. Would it be better if I went that one, 2, 3? I don't know. I think it's kind of kooky, right? I don't mind kooky. Kooky is fun. So I sort of feel like I want one square there, but I can't do it. So what if I did this? There we go. And then if I do up above, so the second one. So let's just follow this idea. Oh, look, there we go. That's the kind of thing. Just something wacky. Why not? Hopefully they'll like my design. I don't think it's too crazy. Almost looks like a little pink castle I'm building here. Woo! So when you're done, what you can do is I'm tossing up whether I want to put a pink stripe down that side, because I've already got the pink stripe there. So do I go stripe all the way across? It's starting to look like it is going to look really, really good. So I think I will. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so dynamic. That's actually, not that I'd do it to my own kitchen. It actually looks pretty cool. Okay. We'll get this panel to hold. There we go. Right, we're done. That's it. I think I've done it. Pretty groovy. So what you do now is you want to go to this little icon, which is sell objects. Okay? And this, you'll get this little gun. You'll see this one has a price. And I don't want to sell the rug. Be careful you don't sell their furniture by accident. You want to remove that. See, I can sell the rug for a stack of money, but I don't want to. And then I can sell my paint for $8.77. Gone. Done. And it says that I've completed the job and I'm going to get paid $1,234. So back to the hand so I don't accidentally take something, and let's just hit the button. 100%, and that's it. That's how this game goes. Okay, well, I'm just going to wrap it up here. So we now have the ability to start doing up our little shed or office, so to speak. So you can play around with different designs and so forth, and the colours, and make it into something that you like. So I might buy some paint, and I shall just show you. Oh look, I got something in painting, so I can go faster, I can paint 2 walls at the same time. You won't waste paint on already painted walls, so I like that. I don't want to waste paint because that's going to cost extra money. So I'm going to grab that, and in negotiation I can get paid 25% extra, or I can do less of the job and still get paid. Now, kind of dodgy there. Option to negotiate the price. Well, if you like doing that in games, haggling, then you can haggle. I think that becomes important somewhere along the line, I suppose, in selling your properties. So I'm not going to grab negotiation just yet. I think what I will do though is I will probably go minus 2% of job requirements, and the reason is that you end up with a backlog of jobs. So you might want to just, get the majority, like 98% of that job done, and it's done. 100% is preferable, of course, but when you're under so much time pressure, that tiny little bit of dirt, is that really that much of an issue? You know what I mean? So if you've got the main part of the job done, who cares? Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go to buyers. This is what I wanted to show you. These are the people you will be selling properties to. So you can get to know what their likes and dislikes are. It tells you if they bought from you, and so on, and where they live, and all of this sort of stuff. So that's where you find out. You've got store, buyers, your perks, camera, and your gallery. So you can take a photograph of your work. If like that groovy room that I did, I could have taken a picture and put that picture up in my office if I wanted to. Right, well, I would like to buy paint. In order to do so, I go to walls, and in this list here to the left, I have paint, plaster, panels, tiles, and wallpapers. I would like to do paint, and I would like to go with a grayscale, and I am going to go with the silver glacier, which I really like, and I think I'll just get a large pail of that, okay, because I'm going to use some outside too, and I'm going to buy it. Yep, that'll do me for now. And I will also be getting white. So for now I'll just do this colour, and let's just start cleaning this place up. Wow. Let's find a dirty spot and cover it like that. Ah, bliss, I say. It's bliss, it's bliss. It looks fantastic. I love it. Kill the dirt. It's wonderful. Oh, okay, here we go. Go on. See how it's moving? It has a mind of its own. The dirt lives in this game. Okay, well, I highly recommend having a go at this game if you enjoy creative projects. You absolutely just have a ball. There's no pressure other than the amount of jobs that do come in. So you do need to kind of prioritize which jobs are going to give you the skill points that you don't have and may need for an upcoming job. So if you haven't done something before, go and do it, because it will open up that tool and give you that skill point. Okay, then you can always go back and do the other ones. As you continue to do jobs, you will gain speed in getting those jobs completed, and that's the idea. So you can do more jobs because you just get faster at it. Okay, that looks a whole lot better already. So I'm going to go around, and the interior is going to be this colour, and I will be doing this grey plus black and white, which looks really nice. And then of course some little flashes of colour here and there. You can in fact knock the walls down once you get the demolition hammer, but we don't have it yet. Okay, So far, we have opened with the first few quests that we did tonight. We can move objects, we can clean, we can paint, and we can sell stuff. Okay, and if I put that away and come back, it's got the same amount of paint on it. Now I can sell this for $20. There we go, let's do it. I can sell that for $41. Done, sold. Okay, so, and this old thing, I can just remove. Alright, so there's really no point. I will remove it, in fact. And there's a demo hammer, and I can sell that for, it's only going to give me $6 and something. So I might just keep that as a decoration, you know. I can do that too. And this is just remove. I don't get to sell anything here except for the cooktop. Right? Maybe the cups. There you go. You get a tiny bit of money for some of these things. And of course you sell your paint. Anything you don't use, sell, because you'll get the money for it. Okay? Poster, 26, 26. So that's reasonable. Okay? And you can get blinds and curtains. I'm going to replace this light because I really don't like it. But yeah, at this stage I'm just painting. So I got stuck because I actually got stuck with this light. I might get rid of it now. While I was painting, my character got stuck, and I don't know if there is an unstuck command. So that's coming down too low from the ceiling. It's okay over a large dining table because you've got chairs around and you're not going to stand on it. But right here in the middle of the room, in this particular location, that is, you know, see how I've gone up on the bed now? Yeah, that is a potential issue. So you can see the difference already in how much nicer that actually looks. Now, before I go, I want to just share one more thing, and it is, turn this off. You, make sure I've got my hand icon. Yeah, see I'm getting stuck again. So just be a bit careful. Light switches. Turn the light on, turn the light off. They actually do work, and other appliances too. Now we can use this light switch. See? There we go. And the light switch. The light's on. That's it. It's only on while you're in the room. Then it disappears. Dodgy light, this one. Okay, let's turn that off. No point. So I use the headlamp, which is the Y button. So I suggest using a headlamp while you're doing up your place until you get decent lighting situated, and also to check for dirt and check your work if you're meticulous about it, in a sense, as I am. So I'm going to keep on going with this and enjoying the game. I hope that you listeners on YouTube too, when I do post this up, I know there's quite possibly a larger audience there to be watching this, and so yeah, let me know. Send me a message with your on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube with anything that's something you've created. What did you do with your office? I've seen so many different versions of what people do with their office. It's pretty interesting. So I'm fascinated. Yeah, show me what you've done with your garden. Post it up, share with each other, and show each other what you've created from this dingy office. Okay, all the best, and thank you for joining me on Saphiria Gamer 50 Plus. I'm Saphiria, and I every Wednesday do the Play and Explore series, which looks at different games and what benefits we can have from playing those games. So overall, this game is a creative simulation game that is rather therapeutic, low stress, and it is highly customizable. It's inclusive, and it is also one of those games that you can take anywhere on a tablet or a phone and play at any time and switch it off when you go back into the game. It auto saves all the time. You never have to manually save, and you don't lose your work. When you go back in, it's exactly where you left off. Okay, it's a really stable game, and I highly recommend giving it a go. I love it. I really am sold on this game. I love it. So Anyway, thanks for listening, and I wish you all the best, and I will see you again in a stream soon. Bye for now.